Hey guys. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something really funny so that when you all start doing live streams, um, you know this weird thing. The video starts like at the countdown, it's already filming you, which is really funny because you're kind of like, is everything centered? And then boom, it's like live. And then later when your video's on your channel, it looks weird. So I'm telling you that for two reasons, because it's useful to know. And Jeannie's here and Tristan's here. Hi guys. And Jeannie, I was, doing my hair and makeup before I did this live, and I was totally inspired to tell you that I think you're supposed to do lives. And if you did a live, I would totally show up for it. So that was I'm not really a big inspired, I'm not like you, but I had this vibe, and now here I am telling it to you because I think you'd be fun live. Let's see who's here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Tristan is here. Hi, Tristan. And he was early. Yeah, I know. Tristan always does his weekly lives. And Tristan, you just had a huge success with one of your lives. You had over like 40 people on your last live. Am I right? Let me know in the comments how that went for you. Ugh, itchy nose. I need to check my lottery ticket today because the tip of my nose has been itchy, and they say that that's some sign that you are coming into money. So I'm going to check my lottery ticket. Oh yeah, so Tristan had 30 people on his last live. So congratulations, Tristan. I'm so excited for you that you had 30 people on your live. That is amazing. I'm definitely hoping that I get to grow this live one day with all of your guys' help. So going into the weekend, it's Friday, and if you saw my thumbnail and Tristan's comment earlier, I did a crazy thing. Let's see what Tristan's saying. I want to focus on Tristan for just a hot minute. That video has over 70 views now. So congratulations. And Tristan, you're over 120 subscribers now, right? 150 right around the corner. So congratulations to Tristan, who's over 150 subscribers or over 120 subscribers. Look, I'm already like manifesting the 150 for you, Tristan. So congratulations. I'm so excited for you. If you are on our live stream, jump over and say hi so we know who you are. These live streams are a lot better if we are kind of communicating to each other throughout them. And that's how we can kind of, as a group, really create awesomeness for everybody here. So yeah, so Tristan is at 125 and 200 is right around the corner. I'm so excited for you, Tristan. So excited. Probably somewhere in September, hopefully September 1st. I'm gonna channel some of that energy and make it happen. So on my thumbnail, I wanted to tell you guys, I did a crazy thing and it's actually worked out incredibly well. So I'm going to start this off. And Jeannie, let's talk about losing. Jeannie, want to know how many subscribers I've lost since I started YouTube 6 months ago? I'll tell you if you want to know. So let me know. Ask in the sidebar. There's a way you can find out your total subscription loss. Okay. So what was I going to say? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I did a crazy thing. This is the crazy thing that I did. I recently, because actually, I think even on our live streams, there's been lots of conversation between, this is Ginger. I had a feeling Ginger was going to crash the live stream. Now she's crashing the live stream. Lots of people have been talking about vidIQ and tubebuddy and which one's better. I use tubebuddy, the paid for version of tubebuddy. As you guys know, I really, really like tubebuddy and use it a lot. But people have been talking about vidIQ lately, so I actually loaded it as well as an extension on my computer. So I have vidIQ now and tubebuddy and kind of look at both of them. And they kind of give similar information, conflicting information, regardless. vidIQ said an optimal time for me to load my video was between midnight and 2 a.m. my time, mountain time in Canada, which I thought was crazy. Midnight to 2 a.m. I was like, that's totally nuts. But maybe you guys don't know, because my live streams are jittery, I have really, really, really bad Wi-Fi. So it takes me 2 hours to load a YouTube video because I'm super far out in the country and it totally sucks and it's painful, which is probably why I have a hard time being consistent on YouTube, because I never know if I'm going to be able to load a video in a day or 2 days. So I was like, okay, vidIQ. let's try this out, because I like to try things, win, lose, or draw, and then tell you guys if they were a success. So I did it. I loaded my video out at 1 o'clock in the morning, my time. Like Tristan said, 3 o'clock. Yes, Tristan, that's why I did the premiere at 3 a.m. And it was totally crazy. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. What's the worst that's going to happen? Honestly. I mean, I'm all about figuring out about growing my channel as a new content creator and sharing with you guys like wins and losses so that you know, because then you don't have to make the same mistakes. And it's actually worked out really well for me. So I woke up to 17 views, which was really nice. It was super nice to wake up to 17 views on that video. And it's actually doing really well. Like, it's performing pretty solid for me, which is going to bring me to point number 2. But yeah, it's performing pretty solid because I'm like mountain time. This way it was already on YouTube and already categorized by the algorithm when people like on the East Coast started waking up. And I'm assuming, it was there for people who woke up in like the UK. So it had time to like get traction for people who were maybe having their morning coffee. So the posting at 1 a.m. thing really worked for me. So I don't know. Do with that information what you will. I think I'm going to make a habit of it. Actually, it felt very relaxing for me to launch a video like while I was asleep. Because are you guys like me when you launch a video and then you're like instantly watching how many views you have? I need to check over the comments and see what's up with you guys. Okay, so Jeannie's, I'm going to tell you that 2 subs isn't much. Tristan's lost 81 subs so far. Whoa. Yeah, and that's what I did. And he's lost 95 subscribers so far. Until I get 30,000 views and find out what's the best time to load, he loads between 12 p.m. and 2. So we have 6 people on our live stream right now. I'm Liz. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to be talking more about content creation coming up in the 6 needs, if that's what brought you here. Jeannie and Tristan are chatting over in our comment section. So if you are here and you're hanging out, please feel free to comment on this video. We really like to create an engaging environment. Everybody gets to know everybody over in the comment section. So say hi, introduce yourself. We're really excited that you're here. Let's dive into this comment of losing subscribers. And it's actually kind of this whole paradigm shift that I'm doing on my channel right now. And it's funny because I do want to make a video for you guys on it as a new content creator and things I'm learning. And you guys know I posted a lot in Facebook groups. We have our Facebook group, which is the Content Creator Society. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, do that because we're really super supportive and friendly with each other. But I was really, when I started my YouTube channel, really focused on promoting in Facebook groups. Like I would spend hours a day. I would spend more time flushing my video out on Facebook groups than I would honestly like spending time creating content. So that wasn't really working for me because I noticed people would watch my videos, like click on it, be like, hey, I watched your video, now you watch mine. And it's a lot of like reciprocation. I don't know. That's why in our Content Creator Society, I try to avoid the reciprocation. I can't say that word, vibe, and really try to focus it on comment on each other's channels. And if you give really good comments on each other's channels, then chances are people are going to want to visit you. And so I've really gone like a hard left on the the Facebook thing, and try to very lightly put my video into Facebook groups. Even in our Content Creator Society, you don't see me putting my videos maybe as much, just because I don't like the sub for sub trend and that it actually works negatively on your channel. So for me, I'm at 700 and a little bit subscribers right now. And in 6 months, I've lost like 250 people have done they stop by your channel and they're like, hey, I'm number, 714. I'm waiting for you on my channel. And all that does for you is then, it shows you that somebody liked your channel, and then it can have like a negative impact on your channel. So I'm trying to really get away from that and really focus on content creation and organic growth. So that's my story on that. And it's totally against YouTube guidelines. Yeah. So So that's kind of, anyways, it's interesting to know, Jeannie. So don't let that bother you, because we can't control those people out there, unfortunately. And it's really super sad, but we really can't. Hey, if you are one of those 6 people watching this video, can you do me a favor and give us a thumbs up? If you don't want to drop us a comment over in the sidebar, if you can give me a thumbs up on this live stream, that would be amazing. But let's move on. So now we're kind of had this arc of talking about it, and I love it because I love how these conversations go on these live streams. So we talked about promoting using Facebook groups, how that can be definitely good. It's nice to meet new people, but you also, that can do some damage. But here's what's going to be good. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever that was. I see it. You can't see it, but I can see it right there, and I'm grateful. Thank you. Let's see. Jeannie says, I agree. Finding new people to explore here. Yeah, this group has been like astronomically wonderful. I have to say, you guys just make my day. And then I watch you guys interact with each other, which also makes my day. So it's super fun. Okay, so the arc of content creation, because that's what you showed up for if you clicked on this live stream. So the 6 needs, we've talked about this before. I have it written down, and I'm so excited about this because YouTube is changing. Have you guys noticed that YouTube is changing? Just in the last 3 to 4 weeks, maybe even a little bit before then, just with the craziness that's going on in the world, YouTube is changing. Sunny Lenarduzzi, who's a huge YouTube person that I follow, she talks a lot about content creation on YouTube and in other platforms. And she's actually changed some of her content, and it's more about being yourself and showing up as who you are on YouTube. And I've watched a lot of big content creators sort of shifting around their content and becoming more authentic and real and showing up as who they are on YouTube. And I feel like YouTube is kind of shifting into this direction, which goes in line with these 6 needs for content creation, which are: thrill me, impress me, educate me, reassure me, help me, and surprise me. So as content creators, we are creating content to address needs of our viewers. So like Tristan, who I'm so glad is here, the content he's creating is thrilling people and impressing people. So people who are, and probably educating people, but his ideal viewer is, if they're wanting to watch gaming, like my daughters want to watch gaming, and they're looking for something really fun to do, right? They're like, oh, I want to watch this guy do this really cool thing. So I'm going to jump onto, this gaming video, and oh, he's so impressive and it's so much fun. So they're looking for entertainment and to be impressed. I've watched Tristan's content, and he really does a good job of leaning into that impressed sort of mindset. So the 6 needs of content creation, and something I'm going to be doing and making a video for all of you guys, is taking these 6 needs and coming up with what my ideal person is. Who's the ideal person that's consuming my content? What do they want, and what is it that I want to deliver, and marrying those 2 together. Yeah, Jeannie's 2 needs are educate and reassure. Sorry, my nose is going crazy here. Tristan said he liked the video before it started. 5 likes, 4 likes now. Thank you to whoever gave us the next like. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so Jeannie's needs that she's satisfying is educate and reassure. I haven't really dug into this for me, but now my question is to you guys, if you're doing any content planning or content strategy, how are you building that out? So it's really interesting. And I don't know if you guys saw the link, but depending on what the 6 needs, which one of those 6 you are helping people with, there's a whole kind of a character, we'll say, that goes with that. So for Jeannie, if hers is education, that person is looking for really good information given really timely. So if we're educating somebody, or jump into the mindset of that consumer. So they want to get educated on, I'm going to jump into one of Jeannie's videos that I know about. So I'm going to say they want to get educated on, let's say, Buddhism spirituality, right? So what is the question they're asking? What is the need that they're, you know, they need education on Buddhism. Why do they need that? Like what are you doing to provide that education? And can we also say reassurance? Because I feel like if that, you know, if they're looking for that Buddhism education, you are also reassuring them about something. So diving into those needs of who you're creating for, which I think is something that not a lot of people are talking about. I did a ton of research and went like all the way down the rabbit hole, as you guys know I do, about these 6 needs. I took it actually deeper. Even Red Bull, their 2 things are thrill me and impress me. And the colors that are related to that are red and yellow. And if you look at all of their marketing consistently, it's thrilling and impressing, right? So take it even deeper. So if it's education and what were Jeannie's? I have to go back. Education and reassurance. Oh, yeah, Jeannie, you already said reassurance. Geez, Liz. Yeah, education and reassurance. There's a whole, I know reassurance, the color coordination to that is blue because blue signifies trust for people. So if you really dived into like what is the need that you as a content creator are showing up for? And this is something I really haven't drilled down for my own channel. I know that I am madly in love with taking people out of that fear place when they're afraid of doing things and pushing them into embracing their light. You guys know that I believe that each and every one of us has a light that we need to shine in the world. And that if we just embrace our light and go out there and do our thing, then success and abundance and all of those things will come to us when we're being the most ourselves. So I haven't quite figured that out. I'm going to be working on it this weekend and making a video on it for you guys. Let's see what's going on. Jeannie's over here. She built a playlist, which is super excited. You built a playlist on Buddhism. What is your playlist on? Tristan says, by the way, you know the 20-80 rule. You can use that with editing, and it'd be 20% of editing is 80% of the content. Yeah. Do you guys also like cut out 80% of your content and leave 20% in to make your video? I think that's what you mean, Tristan. It's totally true. Yeah. Then never thought of the color thing, which I also felt was really, really interesting. So that's what I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about today, as coming up with, you know, we are all creators, and it doesn't matter. And, you know, like there's 6 people here. We got 5 thumbs ups now. Let's go for 6 out of 6. Okay. But if you're showing up because you're interested in sort of content creation for beginners, and I'm a beginner and I am learning so much along the way. I do have a passion that I want to get out in the world, but figuring out this content creation thing it's interesting. And we are moving so far away from the glossy magazine version of content creation and into how are you showing up as your authentic self content creation. So I think there's so much, I think it's new, and there's a new space for us to play in. Let's see what Tristan's saying. Tristan's chatting away over here. By the way, do you know how most people forget that half of YouTube traffic is on the phone? Very true, Tristan. And they make their thumbnails too complicated, which is why Tristan does really simple thumbnails. He really does. And they're super engaging for his ideal audience. And I would say Tristan really does a great job of kind of meeting the needs of who his viewers are. I don't know if you know that, Tristan. You guys, we got our 6 out of 6. I'm so excited. Thank you. That's super exciting. Okay. So back to what I was saying with the needs-based. So yeah, so this weekend, I'm going to dig in. I'm going to make a video for you guys into what are the needs? Like, I know what my message is, and you guys know your message. Sage Junkie showing up in the comments. We got 3 commenters now. Sage Junkie says, so true. Time to stop hiding. Mel Robbins has a video on being a chameleon. Watched it earlier. I'm going to have to go back and watch that video. So yeah, so finding out kind of, I know what my message is, and I really think, and my hair is not, clearly hairdressing videos will never be in my repertoire. I really feel good about the words, we are all creators. Like I think about that. You guys know that I do my calling in. So actually, I feel so passionate about that phrase, we are all creators. And I feel so much love in my heart. Jeannie, you're going to love this. And Sage, you might love this too. Tristan, I'm going to make you love this. I feel so much love in my heart when I think of the words, we are all creators. So when I do my calling in practice, when I bring in the light, and now I've actually started to, and I'll make a video on it because this is new, I connect that light to this deep feeling of love I feel when I say the words, we are all creators. And I'm using that as part of my calling in practice. So I know that the we are all creators is something for me, but being a new creator, and I mean, I don't have an Instagram following because that's just not my jam. I know I should do more with it, but I like talking to strangers. Being new, I struggle, right? You guys know that that's something that I struggle with because, you know, as we've talked about before, if I don't have 20 million followers, then how can I talk about this sort of stuff? So this weekend, I'm going to be really leaning into this idea of we are all creators. What does that mean for me? What does that mean for me, for my light that I feel like I have to shine in the world? And then who needs me? What are their needs? What are the questions they're asking themselves? And how can I show up for that? Does that make sense? So should we get in? I know, hashtag we are all creators. We are all creators. And I don't think that, you know, if we have less than 1,000 subscribers, that makes us not a content creator. Like we are all creators. And so we can step into that. We can embrace it. We can feel proud of ourselves because this YouTube thing is scary. It is a ton of work, but it's so rewarding with all the friendships that we have over here. Hashtag 1K for Tristan. John is here. We're getting lots of happy faces from John. Hashtag 1K to everybody. Jeannie says Instagram is not her jam either. John does a really good job on Instagram. If you guys aren't following John on Instagram, check him out because he does a really good job on Instagram. I look up to him with his Instagram. We now have 8 people here. So let's see if we can get to 8 thumbs up. Oh, 7. Let's go for 7 and 7 because I love 7. 7's my favorite number. Well, 17 is my favorite number, but 7's close to my favorite number. So homework going into the weekend. We are all creators. This is a one team, one dream situation with these live streams. Like I actually couldn't probably have as much pleasure of doing this whole YouTube thing if it wasn't for each and every one of you guys that are here. So one team, one dream, manifesting together, creating together our future. Talk to me here really quick. Give me a need question that you're answering for one of your viewers over here in the comments. I want to hear of it. I want to hear something like Tristan is... Oh, and I've got one more thing after this. Tristan is meeting the need to surprise and entertain. Tristan's meeting the need to entertain his viewers with really exciting content. Like build into it, feel it, and then give me something on the side. What is the need that you're meeting? If it feels like it resonates with you, because I do fully respect that we have 7 people on the live stream. If you don't feel like commenting, you don't need to. But what is a need and how are you addressing it? So it's either going to be, I dropped my paper. Thrill me. I should know these. Like I should have these memorized. Thrill me. Are you thrilling one of your viewers today or next week coming up? Are you thrilling them with something? Are you impressing them? I feel like this leans into John because John has very impressive content. I watched actually one of his videos, which was of a podcast that he did with a gentleman who was talking about trading. And that was very impressive. Like that consumer of that content wants to show up to be impressed by what you're talking about. Impress me with what you know about stock trading. Impress me with the success you've had about stock trading. So I really love that. Impress me. Who is that character? What are they looking for? What are their needs? And how can you solve that need? How can you help them? Because like Zig Ziglar says in that quote, the more you help people, the more success you're going to have. So impress me, educate me. We love this with Jeannie. What do people want to know? I want to know about Buddhism. So she's here to educate you with Buddhism for whatever, different caveat of that it is. And who is that character? What do they love? Why do they need it? And how are you helping them? Because it's that helping piece. So I think we as content creators can show up to say, every single time I click on X person's video, I know that they're going to help me. So if they were saying that about you, every single time I was going to click on John's video, I know he's going to help me with X thing. Every single time I click on Tristan's video, I know he's going to help me with X thing. Every single time, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm sorry if it gets annoying. Every single time I click on Sage Junkie's video, I know it's going to help me with this. Every single time I click on Liz's video, I know it's going to help me with motivation and mindset in some aspect, whether it's journaling, content creation, whatever. I know Liz is always going to deliver a good positive mindset. And I know Liz is always going to deliver positivity and enthusiasm. And I am helping people to feel better about whatever the future endeavors or whatever it is. So I want to see it. I want to see what you guys have going on. Okay. So John says, Tristan hates people who clickbait. I know. John says, okay, he's meeting the need of education by giving a platform for new perspectives and inspiring creative thinking. I love it. So dig into that avatar. So good. It's such an interesting thing when we start thinking about what do they need and how can I help them? It's really interesting. I'm obsessed with it, as you guys can tell. My last video is about helping someone pick healthy relationships in your life. I loved that last video, by the way. Man, that gave me, if you guys haven't watched Jeannie's last video, it was about choosing who has a front row seat in your life. And it's really going to give you permission to love people from a distance. That's what she said. Put it in your words. Love people from afar. Man, don't we all need that? We all need that in our lives. Let's see. John Baptiste is here. Hello. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I dropped my paper again. So that's my question about the content that you're creating. Who is it serving? What are their needs? And what can you go into this weekend? And that's going to bring me to my last question to get us going and thinking over the weekend, because we're wonderful content creators and we're always thinking about things. If you could help someone, okay, let me feel what this question is. If you could be known as a YouTuber who really helps people, what would you help them with? 9 people on the live stream. Can we get 9 thumbs up? If you haven't thumbs up yet, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up because I got a thumbs down on my video today, the video that I launched last night. So I feel like I need extra thumbs up today. The pain of being a YouTuber. So what was the 6th again? Okay, I'm going to tell it to you. One more time. Thrill me. So jot it down. 8 and 8. Ooh, I'm so excited. Thrill me, impress me, educate me, reassure me, help me, and surprise me. And if you guys don't know, this actually comes from this comes from Google's marketing department. And it was the vice president of Google. So Google checked out all of their search categories and they did what Google does and super analyzed it. So I didn't come up with this because I'm not that smart. And they brought it down to everybody who's doing a search on Google is looking for 6 basic things. So if you are, and this is Google's example, and there is a link on my last video if you want to watch it. You guys, we're 9 and 9 today. There is a link on my last video if you want to look at this thing with Google, but their example they gave was if somebody is typing in things to do this weekend with my family, what they're really looking for is thrill me. So what they're really looking for is the need is that they need to have time with their family. They need to have something fun to do with their family. So they need excitement, and that falls into the thrill category. So even though they're typing in things to do in my city this weekend, the need is something to do with their family. So that's the way we're thinking of it. So it's a very short article. It's really interesting. And it's on my last video if you want to hit the link. But let's see. Okay. So we are talking about, thanks Jeannie for putting it in the comments. So we are talking about I am a YouTube content creator. And if I could be known for helping people with one thing, it would be because the more you help people, Zig Ziglar, the more you help people, the more success you have. What would it be? So let's see. Yeah, Jean-Baptiste. No, wait. Okay, my French kind of sucks. I was going to try to be a good French person. I was going to try to be a good Canadian who can speak French there for a second. Bonjour, comment ça va? How's that? My husband's actually French, so I should know more French. Let's see. Sage Junkie, I love it. So if Sage Junkie could be known on YouTube for helping people, it would be with holistic health. So I love that. So then your need base would be education and reassurance probably, right? Tristan, if he could be known for one thing on YouTube for helping people, it would be entertaining people. Absolutely. I know somebody disliked my last video, Tristan, but whatever. Dislikes are still. Christian is here, who I'm always going to call sketch. We have 10 people on. Okay, this is my goal for this live stream, is that we get a 10 out of 10, because that would just be amazing. But moving on. So if you haven't liked it, please like it and make my day. Okay, so sketch, hi. So we are talking about, if you heard that, if you could be known on YouTube for anything, for helping, what would you be helping people with? Well, help isn't on the list, but that layers on another piece, because once our consumer has, or our content consumer has the need, then we need to show up as that reliable source of helping them. So I'm excited to dig into this with my own channel. Sage Junkie, it's up. Reassure me, help me, educate me, surprise me. You are missing some. I'm so sorry, but I'll put it in the comments after the video goes live. Bonjour. John is like, bonjour. Ça va bien. Et tu? Ça va bien. C'est chaud aujourd'hui. C'est très chaud. That means it's very hot, if you guys don't speak French. And John is showing off his Canadian French as well. Well, you know what we all need as French people is some poutine. Yes. Okay, so sketch is entertaining. So how he's helping people is by entertaining people. Sage Junkie is on YouTube, so check out that YouTube channel. Tristan is entertaining through gaming. Sage Junkie is changing it back to Cheryl Badger. Oh, I'm excited about that. So those are my thoughts for today for our Friday live stream, guys. Digging into those needs. I'm going to be digging into it for my own channel and letting you guys know how it's going to help me evolve my content. I love this space that I'm in. I love sharing my YouTube journey. I just think it's, finding my place in that, as well as sharing all my mindset and mindfulness practices. My daughter thinks I should also be sharing self-love. So my kids definitely guide my content, and they ask me to do stuff that I do in my day-to-day life. So I'm excited about that. Thank God it's Friday, Jeannie says. I'm excited to see what you guys have to do. Tristan is thinking about doing a 4-hour live stream, which is incredible. I'm Sage Junkie. I'm so glad you're here. Jean-Baptiste, so grateful that you are here. Christian, so grateful you're here. Jeannie, obviously so grateful you're here. John, so grateful you're here. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. I hope that this got some juices flowing for you and helps you create content that is hitting those people's needs and helping them. What's their need? How can I help? What's the need? How can I help? We're going to leave it on 9 out of 9, which is totally fine, because apparently there's some 369 manifestation thing. So I'm going to love the 9 out of 9. You guys are amazing. And I will see you on Monday at noon for the live stream. Keep creating. Needs. How can I help? Needs. How can I help?